So as you can see here, I work out the sketches for the cards in the actual size of the card, so about roughly 2 inches by 3 inches, versus thumbnails like I do for my sequential comics. I think it works better in the end because there's such limited space for a sketch card and it's really a complete unit. Once I finish working out the initial sketches, as you can see here for a few characters, I decide on one of them and then I'll actually light box it. So I'll take the actual sketch card and put it on top of this sketch here, so that I can avoid any of the additional lines that I've put down for the breakdown or any kind of lines I want to refine. And then what I'm left with is a nice clean pencils on top of the sketch card, which is ready for inking. I guess one of the questions is, why do I like to make sketch cards? And I think really it comes down to, well, it's because it's something I would like to buy if I go to conventions and meet artists. Original art can be very expensive and it can add up very quickly. And at the time, maybe I can, maybe I can't, depending on the month or the day. Maybe I can't afford that $200 head sketch that the artist can create in a short period of time, but sometimes they're also very busy and they have too many head sketches to do. So I think if they had like a $20, $30, or even a $40 sketch card, that way I could own a piece of the original art and it wouldn't take them very long if they're doing it right there. Or, there is remarks that people put on comics, which I quite like. It's pretty close to this and it's pretty fun, I think. So why Silversurfer? Well, Jack Kirby created Silversurfer. I think it was in Fantastic Four number 48, which is about the mid-60s, I think. And I really enjoyed the character because it was connected to Galactus. And I really also liked those epic-sized characters. It kind of adds an additional stakes and challenges for the heroes. I kind of enjoy designing for cards, but I think some artists can get lost in designing nice visuals for cards or covers, and they kind of forget to continue developing their sequential art skills. I recently finished a 32-page humor comic called Pine's Blueprint. Hasn't gone to print yet, but it's all ready to go. I think maybe a couple more months so I can save enough money for a decent size first printing. I'm also halfway through the breakdowns on issue number 2 on that one. I can't remember who said it, but it was someone on the Ink Pulp podcast, I think. And they were talking about how, you can draw like pretty pictures like on a card or a cover, but what are you going to do with them? I really liked that it kind of connects back to what I was saying about practicing your sequential skills. Like personally, I really like when someone can draw an awesome cover, but my true loyalty and respect is when that artist shows their interior drawing chops on, like, say, 24-pager. Not even a graphic novel that can also be a bit indulgent, but like a solid get to the story point 24-pager. I'll buy those comics like every time over a pretty cover or a fat graphic novel. All right, so you can go ahead and throw me a like and subscribe if you want to see some more drawing and chatting about comics. It helps the channel and provides me with a way to kind of get my comic projects out there to a wider audience. You can also check my eBay link in the description below if you want to buy some of these original drawings from me as well. All right, I'm just putting a couple of final details on this sketch card here. Some characters are, I think, more fun to draw than others. I definitely think that Silversurfer is in my top 10 or 15 characters to draw. Just very iconic, very straightforward, and surprisingly, the more simple characters can be occasionally the more challenging ones. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.